joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So we are starting a new series. We are going to be sitting down with business owners and our board members and doing some Q&As about certification. I'm Kimberly Snow, the certification managers at NAWBO, and I'm sitting here with...
And I'm Molly Kimberly. I am the CEO of Design to Delivery and a past national board chair. And I am a member of the certification committee that worked on developing this program and getting it put in place.
Yes, and it's been a pleasure to work with you, Molly. And what we've done, we've taken some of our questions that we have been getting from some of our certified women, some of our potentially certified women, and gathered some of those, and we're going to go over a few of them right now. So let's get started. Okay. So right. Are women business owners with startups able to apply?
We do require that you've been in business for at least 2 years to show some kind of a track record. So if you've just started your business, then no, you will have to wait till you've been in business 2 years.
Okay. Good to know, because we have had that question several times. All right. How about what makes the WBE certification different from other certification programs that are out there?
Sure. Okay, the WBE stands for Women Business Enterprise. So it basically is certifying that you are a woman-owned business. It's different from, for example, the programs that the SBA, the Small Business Administration, does. That's a WOSB, which is Woman-Owned Small Business. And that is a certification that you have to get if you're interested in selling to federal government agencies, the WOSB. So the WBE is not accepted by the federal government. It is primarily for companies that are interested in selling to large corporations. Those are the target customers for WBE certification.
Okay. Great to know that. That's another one that comes up quite frequently. So
yes.
How do I know? How would a business owner know if certification is the right choice for her?
It really depends on who your customers are. You know, if you're selling to small businesses or if you're selling to in the consumer market, then you really don't need to be certified. But if you're selling to large corporations, then you probably do, because most of the large companies have supplier diversity requirements where they have to, spend a certain amount of money with different types of small businesses. And they only can count you as part of that spend if you're certified. So if you're not a woman-owned or WBE certified, then they can't count you towards their women business spend in their small business supplier diversity goals. So that's why it's important, if that is your target customer, that to be certified.
Okay. Very good. So kind of along the same lines, what if I am certified? So what if a corporation does not recognize the NAWBO certification?
Yeah, over the past year, we have been doing a lot of outreach to a lot of big companies and letting them know about this new program and asking them to accept our certification. But obviously, we haven't talked to everybody. And there might be companies out there that aren't familiar with NAWBO and have never heard of us before, or maybe not familiar with our certification program. And if that happens, then send an email to certification@nawbo.org and we'll reach out to them and we'll, answer any questions that they have about our program and hopefully, provide enough information for them to feel comfortable accepting the certification going forward.
Yes. And when you do send the email to certification, it actually goes to myself and my partner, Jennifer Martin. And we do accept those wish lists and love approaching those companies that are on your wish list and just creating that relationship. So that's definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we have a business owner who's certified with another organization, but would like to get NAWBOs. Can she transfer that?
No, technically you can't transfer a certification. A certification with another organization is with that other organization. They're not going to release it and allow us to pick it up. So you can do two things. One would be you can just apply for certification through NAWBO. Our process is a little bit different from everybody else's too. So, we'll may be asking for things that they hadn't asked for and vice versa. Or you can wait until it's time for your re-up. So most other organizations that do certifications make you recertify every year. And so when it comes time for your recertification, if you want to quote unquote transfer it to NAWBO, then come to us for the recertification. And the process that we'll have you go through won't be quite as onerous as the original getting certified process, but you can do your recertification through us as opposed to the other organization.
Okay, perfect. So the big question, does certification really make a difference?
Like I said earlier, it just depends on who your target customers are. Some customers require certifications. So, if you're selling to big companies, if you want to sell to the federal government, then our certification isn't right for you.
Correct.
Then you want to go and get the SBA certification. If you're selling to large corporations, then certification makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. It can help you find opportunities that you wouldn't have even known about otherwise. It, gives them, the companies, the incentive to hire you so that they can meet their diversity spend goals. So yeah, absolutely.
And I've noticed so many companies have supplier diversity initiatives and supplier diversity departments. So it's such a big trend right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, moving on.
Almost all publicly traded companies have that requirement.
Okay. And that's good to know as well. Just a lot of the companies that we're doing outreach to, it's amazing how many people are assigned to just that initiative. So it really is an upward trend for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
and also, big companies that are in the federal space also have a requirement to subcontract a certain percentage of their government contracts to small businesses, including women-owned small businesses. And so, while you might want the federal WOSB certification, a lot of them will also take the WBE certification when you're becoming a subcontractor to them. So that also gives lots of potential opportunities there.
Okay, because they have to meet that requirement. All right. This is all good information. I feel like I'm learning so much, even being in the industry. All right. So and a lot of these questions, again, came from our emails from our actual women owners. So I'm a minority-owned business. So do I get special consideration for being both a woman and a minority?
Yes. So we are actually offering two separate certifications through the NAWBO program. One is just the WBE that we've been talking about, but we're also offering an MWBE, which Minority Woman Business Enterprise. So if you are a minority-owned business, then yes, you absolutely can apply for the WMBE or MWBE.
MW, yes.
Reverse all the time.
All these acronyms.
MWBE certification that lets companies know that you're both a minority and a woman.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, the acronyms trip me up as well because I get caught up like MWBE, and I say it wrong sometimes because I get tongue-tied. Okay. And for the record, it's Women's Business Enterprise and Minority Women's Business Enterprise. I had to slow down to even say that. All right. And we're coming down to our last question, actually.
Okay.
So I have two businesses in different industries. Do I need two certifications?
You do, because it's not you that's being certified, it's the business. So we will provide a small discount for companies that are doing two certifications, but each company needs to be certified separately. And the reason is because you might be 100% owner of both businesses, but you might not. You might be a 50% owner of one business and a 30% owner of another business and have other partners and different things. And, even if you are 100% owner of both businesses, each business still needs to go through the process, and we have to, review the documents for each business. So, yeah.
Okay. So it's not necessarily you're certifying the woman, we're certifying the business.
The business.
Yes. And that's really good to know, because we get that question quite a lot, because there's so many women have multiple businesses, which is great news.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I get it. I mean, I have 2 businesses. No, actually, I have 3 businesses.
Oh my gosh, 3. I don't feel accomplished enough here. So no.
Well, one of them's not really doing anything yet, but it's an LLC that my business partner on the one business and I started together so that we could do other stuff together, but we haven't really done anything with it yet.
All right. So it's in the works.
Yes.
So when it's time, I'm happy to help you get certified.
Thank you.
Exactly. Well, Molly, thank you so much for all of this information. It's valuable information. And I hope that everyone who listens to this gets some little nuggets out of it to help elevate their business. And anything that you would need. Yeah. Anything in closing that you'd like to add?
One other thing that we want to make sure everybody knows is that another difference between our program and most of the other programs out there is that we're getting ready to start offering a 2-year certification. So most of the other certifying organizations require you to recertify annually. We're not sure exactly when this is going to launch. We're looking at February right now, February 2023. If there's a change in the ownership status of your business, then you have to let us know within 30 days, either way. Whether you have a 1-year or a 2-year certification, you still have to, keep us informed if there's any changes in the ownership. But so we figured, doesn't make sense to have to redo it every year. You've got to let us know if there's changes, period.
That's true.
So let's make it a 2-year certification so that, you're not doing all that paperwork every single year. So
that sounds like
we'll be launching that. Yeah. We'll be launching that February, March timeframe. It just depends on when the system and stuff gets, the new back-end system for the website gets finished. So, if you need to get certified right now, absolutely come do it. Get certified with us. If you want to wait and go for the 2-year, then great. That's available to you as well. So we're pretty excited about that. We think that's a big differentiator, and it'll make life a little easier for our certified businesses.
Absolutely. It seems like a dream come true, because you think of all the paperwork and all the documentation that you do have to provide. And so it's giving some time back to our women business owners. So then I'll have to ask the tough question, because I'm going to say, so let's say I just, registered today to get my certification. What kind of options will I have going forward to get that 2-year once I'm already in the program?
Sure. When we do launch the 2-year certification program, we will go back to all the women who have already been certified under the current 1-year program and ask if they want to extend, and offer them a chance to extend it for an extra year for a small fee. And we don't know exactly how much that's going to be yet, but yes, they will have the people, and so, so if you want to get started now but you want the 2-year, then go ahead and get started, and, you'll have the chance to switch it to a 2-year when we launch that program.
And we'll work with you moving forward. I love it. It just takes a lot of the hassle and gives you back time, which is value. It's just so valuable. So this is,
And we've made the process as straightforward as we can. I mean, it's always going to be a little bit onerous just collecting all the documents, but, we've made it as straightforward as we can. And, we're doing pretty well in terms of processing applications. So from the time that all of the documents are submitted by an applicant to when they get their certification, we're at less than 30 days right now. Our overall goal was to make it within 60 days, but we're at less than 30.
Exactly. So, and I often we really are less than 30, since it's been a very, very quick turnaround. And really the long part is just everyone gathering their documents. And that can take as long as you choose, but it's yeah, it's been a very quick turnaround. So,
yeah, we've tried to streamline it as much as possible. So,
it is very
so if you're thinking
streamlined.
about getting certified and you have any questions, feel free to email certification@nabo.org, and Kimberly and Jennifer will answer your questions.
We will absolutely answer your questions, and it will not be a, a blanket email. It's very personalized, and that's what I love about it. So, Molly, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Happy to help.
All right. Take care.
Bye.